In today's lesson, we are going to talk more about arithmetic sequences and series. And by the end of today, you're going to be able to write rules for arithmetic sequences and find sums of arithmetic sequences. So the first problem says that if we are given two terms of an arithmetic series, A8 is 25 over 2 and A15 is 30, we need to first find a sequence and then find n for which an equals 50. So I'm going to start out with trying to write the equation for the arithmetic sequence. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to write the rule in general terms, which is an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So the first given value I have A8, where n is going to be 8 and an is going to be 25 over 2. So if I substitute, I have 25 over 2, which is my an, will equal to a1 plus 8 minus 1 times d, the common difference. After simplifying the equation, I get 25 over 2 equals a1 plus 7 times d. Now I'm going to do the similar process for the second equation, where n is 15 and an is 30. So I'm going to say 30 equals a1 plus 15 minus 1 times d. So 30 will equal to a1 plus 14 times d. At this point, I ended up having a system of equations where I have two variables, a1 and d, and a1 and d, and those are the two unknowns. So what I need to do is multiply the first equation by -1 and write it under the second equation. So I'm going to have -25 over 2 equals -a1 minus 7d. And now I need to add the two equations. And if I look at 30, that would be 60 over 2. 60 over 2 minus 25 over 2 is 35 over 2, and that will give me 7 times d. And now I just need to divide by 7. So if I divide both sides by 7, that means multiplied by the reciprocal of 7, which is 1/7. So d is going to equal to 5 over 2. If I simplify by 7, I just get 5 over 2. Now if I take 5 over 2 and substitute it into the one or the other equation, I'll be able to find a1. So I'm going to take this value and I'm going to substitute it into the second equation. So 30 will equal to a1 plus 14 times 5 over 2, which will give me 30 equals a1 plus 35. And if I subtract 35, a1 is going to give me -5. So now I can write the rule for the arithmetic sequence. I can say an equals -5 plus n minus 1 times 5 over 2. And if I simplify, an will equal to -5 plus 5 over 2 n minus 5 over 2. And if I simplify it in final form, I'm going to have an equals Negative 5 is negative 10 over 2, so I will have negative 15 over 2 plus 5 over 2n, or 5 over 2n minus 15 over 2. So this is the general rule for me. Now all I need to do is find the value for where an is 50. So simply I can make 50 equal to the rule, which is 5 over 2n minus 15 over 2. And I need to solve for n. So I have to add 15 over 2 to both sides. So I have 115 over 2 equals 5 over 2n. If I multiply both sides by 2/5, I will end up having n equals, I can simplify by the 2's and I can simplify by the 5, so n will equal to 23. In the next problem, we are going to find the sum for the first 18 terms of an arithmetic series. And at the beginning of the page, you can see what formula we are going to use. The sum of n terms, in our case it's going to be 18, is 18 times the first term plus the 18th term divided by 2. In general, Sn equals n times parentheses a1 plus an divided by 2. So let's go ahead and begin on the problem. And first, I would like to write the rule, because after I wrote the rule for the sequence, I'll be able to figure out what the 18th term should be. So I know that the common difference is 10. I know the first term. So an is going to be 100 plus n minus 1 times 10. So an is going to be 100 plus 10n minus 10. Finally, the rule is going to be an equals 90 plus 10n, or I can say 10n plus 90. Either way is correct. Now I need to find the 18th term. So A18 will be 90 plus 10 times 18. So A18 will be 90 plus 180. So the 18th term will have a value of 270. So now I'm going to go ahead and find the sum. So the sum of 18 terms will equal to 18 times 100 plus 270 divided by 2. So the sum of the first 18 terms will be 18 times 370 divided by 2. And if I simplify by 2, the sum of the first 18 terms will be 9 times 370, which will give us a value of S18 is 3,330.